Hello, my name's James, and I'm a storyteller from Multivax. And today's story that I'm going to tell you, as part of the Dove Trail in Truro, is Edhen, which is homebird in Cornish. Flying out high above the woodland area of Idlis, our humble friend, Daisy the dove, hovers over the trees, scouting the area for any movement whatsoever. Now, it's a commonly known fact that doves, as do most birds for that matter, have a job that they are required to do each and every single day. Whereas a magpie's job is to find shiny objects and collect them together to add to the growing treasure trove hidden deep in an unknown location, the dove's is to simply bring peace, joy, and a sense of calm to any human that they can. Now, with the current situation, Daisy was struggling to do this. She lived high up on the third spire on Truro Cathedral and had not returned home for a couple of days, due to the fact that she had not found a single human out and about. From Malpass to Helston, Bodmin to Land's End, everyone was stuck at home. She grew concerned, as she was sure that Philip, a high-ranking dove in the area, was sure to brag about how many people he had brought a smile to when they next met. She did smile, though, at the very thought of the way in which he did make people smile, with his silly head-bobbing dance. It seemed to work every single time, and he certainly got the job done of cheering people up. As her mind wandered, she caught a glimpse of something moving on the footpath. A family of people were out performing their daily exercise. Unfortunately, they were looking rather glum. She swooped down, perching a little way down the path, and as she rustled her feathers and filled her lungs with the cold, fresh air, she let out a truly splendid song. The children did not see her at first. Oh, but their eyes lit up with wonder at the sound, searching high and low to find the source. Carrying on with her melody, she swooped down to a lower branch and came into full view. Everyone smiled, and after a short while they soon went on their way after the song had ended. A great sense of relief came over Daisy. Finally, she thought. And as she thought, there was a familiar call that she'd heard plenty of times before, and without a moment passing, she swung her beak in the direction of the noise, and found a rather confusing scene. Rufus, a dove who was good friends with Daisy, was frantically, and rather clumsily I might add, landing near her, wide-eyed and out of breath. He squawked at her about something to do with a meeting and no people and such. Well, she simply whistled back, after a moment, to indicate that she hadn't the foggiest idea of what he was talking about. He took in a deep breath, shook his head, and began to chirp his story. He explained that there was to be a large meeting atop the old City Hall, or the Hall for Cornwall as it is now known, and all the doves across Cornwall would be there. He was surprised that she had not heard the news, but after some back and forth, he soon realised that this is because she had not been home in some time. The doves required an urgent meeting to try and figure out how they could bring peace, joy to all the people in Cornwall, when everyone was stuck at home and not out and about. The pair immediately flew back towards Truro without a moment's notice, following the river as it came into view. Travelling back with Daisy's memory of the people that she had just seen, the viaduct came clearly into view. A train slowly passed over the old bridge, and as it did, a warm feeling in Daisy's heart brought a smile to her face. Home was just in sight. Her family were waiting as they landed on the spire of the old building, and she waddled over to her nest. After a short while, as the sun began to set, creating a wonderful display of oranges and reds, silhouettes could be seen off in the distance by Daisy and her family. At first, just a couple, and then more and more as the sky grew in intensity with its array of colours. She kissed them all and explained that she'd be back soon, after which she glided off to join the growing number of doves all performing their welcome call and heading to the old City Hall. Her chicks sat with their father in the nest and watched in awe as all of the doves in Cornwall began a wonderful dance in the sky as a way of showing their happiness to be together once again. So, the next time you're out and about and you're lucky enough to be visited by a dove, remember this tale, because Daisy and the other doves